Hello, my gorgeouses. Archangel Zedkiel here, or call me Clip. So, now that the battle has been won, what are we going to do? And what's basically our roles and so forth like that. So, firstly, now that the battle's been won, my responsibility to the world, and Raciel's responsibility to the world, Lip's responsibility, is really to just live life out as regular old citizens and be happy and go on and be cool. However, I can't do that because if you know anything about my history, I am the kind of angel that really, really likes to help people along. I teach. And that's basically what my purpose is to the world. I am supposed to be here to teach and guide the new generation of awoken individuals, woken divinity, to help us along and be the best we's that we can be so that we may teach others, and so forth. And that's really the purpose of Archangel Raciel and myself, us being here and incarnating here. So I will be continuing on spreading this message and waking up as many people as we can, because you guys don't realize how cool we are. Like, when I say we, I mean as humanities, our souls, our hearts. So super cool. And just everything beautiful and love and joy and just they're wonderful. So, so what I'm going to be doing is I am not, for one, I do not want you to come to this channel and think of me as an individual to get research information from. Because frankly, there's so much out there. I'm not going to be breaking down, giving you lessons on what ley lines are, or, you know, making you read stuff. Or anything, because like I said, all of the information, if you're still on the path of knowledge, still on the path of searching, all the information is out there already for you, and that's the beautiful part of life in the game, is that the higher in frequency, the closer you are to your divinity, the actual information that is useful to you, it comes on a really narrow little tube there, whereas when you're in the lower frequencies, information's everywhere. You have so many sources to choose from. As you raise in frequency, you are able to weed out the falsities from the truths. And that means your path of knowledge goes from woo, huge to just like this little narrow path. But the knowledge is still out there. And so if you're still doing research on, and you're trying to get your head around the fact that we are divinity, and when you're researching, you're going to see all the prophecies, everything is going to start to click and connect and do that. And so really what my words are going to be for is not necessarily to give you all of those things that clicked and connect, because I'm assuming that since you're watching me that you've already done that. But I'm just going to tell you how to wake up from a personal point of view, so that this is your guide on the practical elements. Because we go out there and people are always like, hey, love yourself, or manifest what you want in your life. And you're like, okay, how? What is manifestation? So things like that. So I'm gonna be the one to tell you from a direct way, physically. You are matching your thoughts with your heart and the feeling, and you have to hold that for specifically 30 seconds. So it's gonna be like a cooking class, except for spirituality and waking yourself up. So practical, step-by-step guides. Okay, so now that we've gotten that done, so what do you actually need? First things first, you need patience, because I know I'm like, woo, with the camera and everything like that. I like to hold it. I'm not going to lie. I don't like setting up cameras and everything like that. So you're just going to have some patience with me and bear with me on that one. But practically, okay. The tools and the things that you are going to need. One, you're going to need to go back and watch the video, which is the rules that I posted with Lip, telling you what the new Ark of the Covenant is, or just the rules to the game of life. So one, you need to go and watch that and really, really take it in, because those are literally the things that you need in order to wake up or need to understand. So that is the first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is you are going to need to get yourself a pendulum. Now, a pendulum can be made out of anything. All you need is literally a piece of string, and you can use a bit of jewelry if you like. You can use anything, really. There is a lovely lady that runs the channel Quartz Crystal. If she is in my featured channels or my suggested channels or whatnot that you can look on, if you click on her channel, she actually is a great place for beginners, and she'll show you how to program your pendulum, where to get it. You can buy one online. You can make one yourself. You don't need to spend a lot of money or anything like that, or even any money at all, really. But yeah, hop over to there, and you're going to need to get yourself a pendulum. Now, why is your pendulum so important? Well, just like any other puzzle game, you need to know how to navigate through the game. And your pendulum is literally your game guide. And what it is your connection to your spirit, to your true self, to who you really are. Now, when we think of your spirit, I want you to think that you physically have an ethereal copy of you that floats around next to you, and that literally is watching your life. And that's really you. And your pendulum is a way for you to communicate directly with your ethereal self. And your ethereal self has all the information to guide you through life. So your ethereal self knows your spirit. When I say your ethereal self, it is your spirit. Your spirit knows, hey, don't take that left turn because there's an accident down there. Whereas you don't know. Your spirit will know that, hey, don't eat that cheese, because if you do, you're going to poop for the next 3 days. But your spirit knows this and would like to tell you this, but it needs a way to contact you. And I'll go way more into your spirits and what they're able to do and what they can't do, so that you understand the bits. Number 3, you are going to need to become a vegetarian. This is just one of the things that you've got to be able to do. If you do not become a vegetarian, if you are continually eating meat, it continually keeps you down lower frequency, and your spirit cannot communicate with you until you are at least level 5 in frequency. Most people right now are on either 3 or 4. So there's no other way you can do it. Sorry. No other way you can do it. You cannot wake up if you are still eating meat. There, under no circumstances is this going to be applicable for anybody. So that's something you're just going to have to give up. Replace the meat with cake and cookies if you need to. Just rest assured that once you get rid of the meat, your body can then start to function properly and process the foods that it should. And not only that, but you're going to start to crave the right foods and less of the rubbish foods. Yeah, you just got to stop eating meat. Okay. The next thing that you need is you need to be open to what is going to happen to you afterwards. Mentally open. So when your body is clean, once you've stopped eating the meat, and once you've followed the 10 rules of life, and once you've done and you have your pendulum so that you can ask questions based on your decisions to get an accurate answer back, your consciousness is going to start to expand. You're going to start to get ringing in your ears. This is perfectly normal. You don't have tinnitus. Don't worry. Trust me. It can be intense sometimes, but don't worry. You're okay. But as your consciousness starts to expand, you're going to start to change your energy field, the 12-foot field of energy that you have around you. You're going to start to change it. So your psychic abilities are going to start to come out, because every single human body is born with the capabilities of psychic abilities, because that's how we're supposed to become humanity. That is how psychic abilities are not meant to just be like, woo, tell your future. It is meant to connect you to your brethren. It is meant to help you realize that we are all one. Empathy helps you feel your brethren. So if they're in pain, you're in pain. So what do you do when you're in pain? You want to stop that pain, don't you? So you help. Clairvoyance helps you to anticipate disasters and navigate your way around them. And it's also just a way, some people are very visual. It's a way for them to understand. You have people who are cognizant, claircognizant like I am. And we use our cognizance, that clear inner knowing of anything and everything helps us to, again, guide and navigate people. We tend to be very good teachers and counselors and so forth, because we can get this information and help. And every time you do that, so there's loads of abilities out there, but they're all used in conjunction to help each other out, and in turn be the tenders to the Garden of Eden, which is Earth, as well as we can, you know, so we can be one with nature and do all that and coincide with nature. But anyway, so things will start happening. Like with me, when I discovered, I'm cognizant. This is why this information is coming to me. And when I started exploring it, I realized, oh crap, not only is this information coming to me, but it's bloody accurate. And I'll go through that as well. But you have to be open to it. And we have to, a lot of people are clairvoyant. So a lot of people, when they clean their bodies, they start seeing things. They start having really detailed dreams, or just visions. They start maybe seeing little wisps of smoke or something in the corner of their eye, or little black dashes going there, or maybe sparkling little blue lights or so on. Like, we start seeing things and we immediately think, I'm just, whoa, maybe I hit my head, or I'm not sleeping right or something. No. You have to understand that this is your body responding. And your mind is very powerful. So if you do not believe that if you believe that the things that are happening to you is just indigestion, or like, ooh, I just hit my head and that's why I'm seeing visions, then you are turning off your psychic abilities, because you are telling your energy, you're telling your body that I don't want this. This is not what I'm associating with. But when you acknowledge that, hey, no, holy crap, I just had a vision, it strengthens your connection. It strengthens the use of your pineal gland, you know, use or lose it, that kind of thing. And you won't lose it. It never loses, don't worry. But you'll start to use it. And it's stronger, and it's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets, and the more accurate it gets. It's just like walking, talking, riding a bike, anything. You do it more often and it'll come to you. So those four things are basically the four main things that you're going to need. So I'm just going to recap again on there. So firstly, you're going to need to watch the video and understand the rules of the game, and also make sure that you are in the mindset that you realize that this is a game. This is a simulation we're in right now, and we're here to learn. So this is a game, and that anything is possible. 2, you're going to need to get yourself a pendulum, something to help guide you through and make the right decisions, and a way for your spirit to connect to your body. And that is called collecting your game piece, because your spirit is you and you are your game piece. So once you've collected it through thought, you are now able to go through life, but you need to understand where it's coming from. Next, out of that, where did I go with this? I've talked a lot. Sugar plums. Sorry. Anyway, recap on that. I just know I have to make this video not too long. Anyway, what did I say? Oh yes, be open. Well, I don't know if this is, be open to the psychic abilities and what is going to happen to you, and that's it. And make sure you're not eating any meat. Number 1. Okay. All right. Until the next one.